All right, guys, Scott Hogan coming to you here. I want to kind of elaborate on a video that I had previously where we were talking about keeping the right arm a lot wider, not letting the club get sucked in. And I got some questions on why that works or what's going on with the club. And so I want to go ahead and talk about that. So the first thing we want to start to understand is, this golf club, when we're swinging it, there's some different components to it. There's some forces, there's some torques, there's some center of mass on the golf club that we are directing, not some center of mass, there is a center of mass. And we're trying to direct that as we swing. And I think the first thing that when I see is, our hands are what are touching the club. That's the parts that are really going to be directing how this club goes. And we want to really start to understand what's happening with the club and what types of forces and torques it's putting on the club. So if we start to do that, we can start to understand why actually it would be a good thing to keep it wide. So the first one that we want to look at is there's a force, or you can do what's called a coupling effect. So a couple is just this motion here, and it's with our hands. I'm pushing this way with my right hand, and I'm pushing that direction with my left, or vice versa, right? And they get that effect. Now the other ones that you can get a twist, okay? That's a torque. Or we can actually get a coupling effect this direction as well, okay? So that's kind of the basic ones that you want to start to understand. Because as I go through and make a swing, we see a golf swing, people think lagging in. Well, we're not doing any one of those three when we pull in our hands in. Okay, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. What we can actually do is, if I keep my right arm wide, but I just couple the club, all of a sudden, I start doing that, and I'm coupling the club again, I come through, we get to this impact position that a lot of people talk about that they want, and they think it comes from this lag, okay? That's not what's happening. So when we start thinking the opposite way, what I like is when we keep the arm wide, all of a sudden as I keep it wide and I start to go down to the ball, we start to get this coupling effect that way. So it's just a way of, if we start to understand, if I move my hands a certain way, if I'm pulling the left hand up and the right hand back down, I get that move. I get this move. As I move my hands, the club's going to do things. It's starting to understand the effect that moving your hands has in directing the club. That's really going to help you hit the ball better. So that's where you want to start. If you can start to understand these ideas, all right, you're going to be a lot better and more successful in directing the club how you see fit for your golf swing. So if you're somebody that you feel like you're over the top, just start thinking about what's the force that makes this club go the other way, and it's going to be a lot different, I think, than what you think. A lot of people think down, but if we go down and in, club actually starts going over the top. So just start paying attention to that in your swing. If you can do that, you can really build a good golf swing and have a lot of power and a lot of success.